Welcome back to Game Day Jays. I'm your host, Nick Jambrozik. And chalk up the dub, chalk up the series win, and chalk up home run number one for our man Bo Bichette last night. Man, if you're still complaining, get out of here. Get out of here. This team has showed you the last two nights in a row that they are working on it. They are getting better, and they're getting the job done. Back-to-back nights, double-digit hits. We had 11 hits last night. 4 guys, multi-hit games. Springer, Turner, Biggio, and my new man, IKF, with the 3-hit night. We played aggressive. It seems like a lot of the stuff I'm saying on these shows is starting to happen. I talk about Kirk. Guy comes out 3 hits. I talk about not being aggressive. We start stealing bags. We stole 3 bases last night. I'm going to keep talking about stuff. Vladdy, we need you, bud. We need you. We got to get some better swings. They're getting there, but they got to get better. Bo Bichette, swing of the bat, so much better now. Only had 1 hit last night. But man, good things are happening. This team is starting to click. The starting pitching is getting better. I'm going to talk about Bassitt for a little bit. Bassitt was much improved last night. There was still a lot of things he needs to work on, but he tightened up that accuracy. And he started to get a better feel for his pitches. That cutter was a huge setup pitch last night. And I love when they were talking about that change-up sinker combo, because they're like, how can we as fans tell the difference on TV when you throw it? He's like, you can't. And I kind of like that. I kind of dig it, because now he's got 2 good options as either a put-away pitch, and his curveball was much better last night, even though that was his best pitch last game. Started strong, bit of a shaky mid-game, and then he finished really strong. 115 pitches. Like, I couldn't believe it. John Schneider actually let Chris Bassitt go out in the 7th to keep throwing once he was at 101. Like, Chris was like, John, I'm going back out whether you like it or not. But then that's what brings me to a few other things, because John loves the matchups. John loves putting guys in certain situations. And I know Chris Bassitt got 2 outs in the 7th. And at that point in time, a lefty was coming to the plate. Normally, he'd put a lefty in. But at the same time, Bassitt wanted that inning. He gave it to him, and he got 2 outs. Scoreless. I'd let him take that 3rd out. But at the same time, we got burned, because a lefty-lefty matchup could have been something different. Can't hate on John too much. Can't hate on Chris. I love the effort, the attitude. He wanted to be there. He wanted to take work off the bullpen, and he did his job. He was spectacular last night. But the one thing I can't believe is after the game, well, I can believe it, because I've kind of been saying it. Starting pitching has been great, but Bassitt's like, man, we got to get better out there. Starting pitching has not been good. Other than Barrios, we got to get better. And I love that. He's pushing these guys harder. So when we finally get to the team we know we are, this is going to be a scary team to watch. Kirby out there was throwing good. Kirby, I like his delivery a lot. He's an effortless 97 to 99. But they were talking about he didn't have a finishing pitch last night, and we were taking advantage of that. Varsho had a really nice hard hit in the 3rd inning, and it must have been that first time hearing that new walk-up song, because he put a good swing on that, and man, like I said, get on base more, because I like watching you run. And then Springer goes up for like 8 foul balls, a masterclass of an at-bat, line drive RBI, good base running by Varsho, can't speak right now, and then Bo Bichette, 2-run home run. We were foul ball machines that inning. 36 pitch inning. JT, Daddy Turner, also hit his 6th double of the year that inning. Like, we showed resilience, we showed plate discipline, and we showed aggressiveness. What more can you ask for? Bassitt followed that up with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Kept that mojo going, and man, was he lights out. Just another thing with Schneider, too, that I wanted to touch on. in the 7th inning. Again, you leave Bassett out, you don't play matchups, and now we got 2 on, 2 out, Biggio up to bat. I really don't get it. You got a guy that's 2 for 2, showing you he's swinging the bat well. And by the way, I'm sticking with my quote that he's my everyday second baseman because he put on another great show last night, and that kid hustles. We got a good problem to have right now because these guys, they know there's a lot of utility guys ready to take their position on any given night. And we've had that for years past, but it looks like these guys are motivated more than ever, so that's pushing them to be even better this year. But why would you take out a guy who's 2 for 2 based on a matchup for a guy who hasn't swung the bat all night? I get it, Ernie Clement. I love to see him. Guy's great. But I just don't get it. I'd rather have a guy I know who's hot in the box than a guy off the bench. And then even in the same inning, or next inning, we still tried to stay aggressive, but I would have liked to see a bunt. You know, we could have moved him to second base, and that fly ball by Springer in the 8th could have had him on third instead of staying on first. So there's certain parts of the game where we're doing a great job and we're making steps. Don't get me wrong. I'm not nitpicking this, even though I kind of am. We're doing good things out there. We just got to keep the pedal down as long as possible and as far as possible because these guys can't let up. And, you know, we let Seattle back in the game. We still got that home run problem. We're giving up a lot of home runs. I think we're like first in the league for home runs given up. So if we can somehow take that back a little bit and get more weak contact or fly balls, then that'll be good for the Jays. Other than that, I'm going to keep it short and simple. Got to get to work today, but I'll be back after tonight's game. Got to watch that from work, so it might not be too in-depth, but we'll go over the whole series, go over things that I really liked, go over things that I really didn't like, where I see the team heading, and I think we got Colorado coming up next. So I like our matchups for that series, and we'll leave it at that for today. So thank you again for joining. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to bring out those brooms later, baby. Let's go, Jays. Game 3 today, 3 o'clock. Stay locked, stay tuned, and we'll see you later for the show. Have a good day, guys.